Hey guys, Jesse Adams here, and thank you for joining us on this beautiful day in Kestrel Air Park outside of San Antonio. I'm here today on behalf of my brokerage, Mason Amelia, to proudly present November 5693 Papa. This plane is an absolutely stunning 1959 Piper Comanche 250. Asterisk. I'll tell you why. This plane has so many features, so many mods, over 50 STCs and FAA field approvals to tell you about, but let's start with the cosmetics. This paint looks absolutely wet. This is one of the nicest paint jobs I've ever seen. I thought it was about 5 or 6 months old. It's literally 25 years old. Zoom in here to these screw heads right here. The rivets on the fuselage in the wing are truly second to none. We've sold TBMs a couple years old that have some paint popping on rivets. Not this plane. This plane, every single piece of glass, every single plastic is replaced with new. Even if you look at the attachment fittings, they're painted, not just quickly sprayed over. So the restoration process on this plane, it took nearly a decade by a 30-year aviation safety professional. He put his heart and soul into this, ANPIA, and the result is a family heirloom that lasted for another 30 years in his family. Now it's time to be passed on to the next aviator looking for CIRRUS-like performance with the soul of only a classic airplane. So this plane, as I talk to you a little bit more about it, yeah, look at the paint. It's two metallic paints on top of gloss white. Everything, if you look at the comm antenna, he's actually proud of this. This is actually a dual comm antenna in a one, if I remember correctly. The sealant looks perfect. Again, every single rivet on top of the plane, every comm antenna, every gasket, his VHF comm up there looks great. The counterweight on the rudder, everything is just looking spectacular on this plane. Aside from the cosmetics, what really makes 93 Papa special is the thought, care, and attention to detail of the refurbishment process. A couple things: when you step into an older plane, you'll feel a little bit of give from the floor planks. The sidewalls aren't very well insulated or thick. This owner, with strict FAA oversight via field approval and STC, he actually increased the strength and the thickness of the floor planks as well as the sidewalls to make this plane more durable. The landing gear, trunnions, wheel wells, everything is replaced with new hardware. We'll get in there with a closer shot, but these are immaculate, cleaner than any 2-year-old production airplane. We could go out to Textron, we probably won't find wheel wells this clean. That's truly what I think about this plane. And now I'm going to go to the front of it. I want to tell you a little bit more about this engine and what's going on under the cowling. So this Comanche was a 2-blade propeller. He has a unique upgrade with this 3-blade Hartzell propeller. What's so unique about this Comanche increases horsepower by 10, so it's actually giving you a 260 horsepower due to an STC modification of the counterweights in the engine, which allows 2,700 RPM for takeoff and climb. Again, this is not your typical Comanche, and this is really just scratching the surface. Last but not least, let's walk into the plane, and I'll talk to you about the instruments. There are a lot of aircraft where people put the gee whiz avionics, and actually this would be a perfect canvas for exactly that. But what the owner really wanted to do, he wanted to update and refurb the cockpit and the instruments, being appropriate with the age and condition during the time of production. So when we go in here to check it out, we'll notice that 5693 Papa, everything is generally the way it was from manufacturing. It does have an Apollo GPS, which works well. All the plastics in the metal back panel itself are restored or replaced with new, and it truly looks like we're in a time capsule. And another thing he did, which I was really impressed about with this plane, is the feel of this. So on this plane, these yokes, and again, what a nice touch, right? True to production or better. It feels really durable. I talked to Sam, the owner, and I asked a silly question. I asked if, like a Mooney, the Comanche uses a push-pull rod system. It doesn't. It uses cables and pulleys. The reason I thought about that is there's such a sturdy feel. It feels so smooth, but heavy and durable. And he actually replaced the rollers in the backstop of the yoke. So these yokes, again, they feel so good and durable. You have your manual flaps. Uniquely, you have a pulley and cable system for the electronically actuated landing gear. But the interior looks almost as good as the outside. The leather seats, it's actually a Gulfstream grade leather. Everything FAA approved and flame retardant. Everything it needs. A headliner looks new. It's truly a gem. And again, these windows, it looks like a 2-year-old airplane. So that's the headline of this Piper Comanche. So if you're looking for CIRRUS-like performance with the sole only classic aircraft can offer, perhaps 5693 Papa is the right plane for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.